Yo, what is going on, everybody? Carnage back here again, and today I am back with, a review of a figure I've had for a few weeks at this moment, or at this point, I mean, and that's the Silver Surfer. I found this at Target. Target's been the one that's actually been killing it with, actually having these figures in stock, uh, and thanks to them, I did find the Silver Surfer, and I did find the last two I was looking for from that wave. So those will be reviewed soon. But anyway, getting to the Silver Surfer, something I realized, she didn't have her like own little bubble on here. Oh no, yeah, she does. Or no, yeah, I don't believe she had a bubble on hers because it only has these three, and doesn't have one for her. I mean, they could have easily just put like a surfboard and made a silver circle, but something I just kind of noticed about that. But again, very retro-esque packaging. Very cool picture on the side. Pretty basic there. Like, she looks kind of scary right there, if I'm honest. But, still very, very cool. Really, really happy to finally, get the Silver Surfer. I was really curious about it, and after seeing a few reviews about it, I was definitely like, oh, yeah, why not? That looks super cool. She came with quite a few accessories. I shouldn't even say quite a few, but she came with a little more than the others. She came with two-fisted hands, which she starts out with in the package, I believe, if I remember correctly. She comes with, you know, two opened hands, and then the really cool hand that she came with, whoops, was this kind of cusping hand for her to hold her surfboard, which that was a very cool accessory. That's something they haven't given us with a Silver Surfer figure really much before. The closest one I can really think of is maybe the Fallen Silver Surfer, which was a pretty basic figure, I will admit, just because it's a repaint of the regular Silver Surfer. But yeah. And then, kind of the coolest accessory is this flight stand, which you can put this surfboard on, which, let's just go a little in depth with surfboard. Really nice line work all throughout it. I really do like that these are actually, what's the word, sculpted on and not just painted. That's very cool. And I really do like this beginning part up here. It kind of looks like it has a tinge of yellow to it, like she is kind of, surfing through, stuff. And I don't know if this is like on all of them, but mine does kind of have this really bad little mark right there, which, I mean, it doesn't go onto this side too much. I mean, I can kind of see something right there, like if you can see that very faint line. So I don't know if that means that's kind of a weak spot for it or something or whatnot. But yeah, this slides in fairly easily. It works better if you put it in short side first like this and then just push it down, and then stays in there fairly tight, which is very awesome, because I tried doing it this way but it didn't really work too well because it kind of stopped right there, and then kind of going the opposite way it just didn't really fit too well because yeah, so kind of sucks that you can't really change it, but makes sense at the same time. So yeah, but anyway, let's just get into the figure herself. Starting off with the head. And I didn't even realize she had pupils when I bought it. I thought they just painted them white, but no, they put pupils on, which, gosh, those are so cool. And I can't really get much better than this looking at them, just because, they are kind of a silver color. That's probably the best we're going to get, but that looks so good, man. And then the light, or, slightly darker shade of gray. And then something I never really noticed up until I put a light against it, she does have little bits of yellow going throughout her body, which very cool. Like a little bit of yellow right there, a little bit of yellow going across her chest, a little bit on her arms, kind of like she is, surfing through, you know, on her board. And not really seeing a ton on her legs. Like I do see small amounts like right there and right on her thigh. And then on the back, I see a lot on her shoulders. Pretty cool. Like I didn't notice that when I bought it, just because from a distance you can't really, see it too well. It kind of looks like it's just the sun bouncing off of it. But yeah, Not too much detailing on this figure other than, you know, the head. Very good hair. Really do like how that looks. And let me just say, out of all of them, I believe this is definitely the closest looking to the actress. And then, of course, we gotta, for you freaks out there, we gotta show the Tootsies. Very, very cool. I really do like this figure. Very, very cool. Bit, you know, basic at the moment, just articulation-wise, just because, you know, all she really has is just this upper part. But then again, so does, you know, every other figure in the wave, I assume. I haven't checked the Human Torches yet, because I haven't opened them. But yeah, basically, she has, you know, little higher than a 90-degree angle for arm movement. Arm does go full 360. Upper, gosh, I always forget what this part is, but upper arm, double jointed elbow, which, as usual, the double jointed elbow, always the most difficult part. Now she's just asking for the T, or she like, the fuck. That's basically what this looks like. I like that. That's kind of funny. But yeah, hand movement. She looks down very, very far. Didn't know that. And the hair actually doesn't, you know, do much to it. And she looks up fairly decently, which pretty cool. And like I mentioned, very, you know, basic articulation, just upper, you know, I'm not even going to say upper ab. That's like upper torso movement. She does have a thigh cut, which always on a Marvel Legend. She does kick out that far. Kicks out very, very far back, like farther than I thought. Double jointed knees. Again, kind of wish they would have given us like a calf swivel or something, but, you know, whatever. And then we do got the double jointed, or not double jointed, rocker pivot, which I will say though, this figure, very, very shiny. And, you know, if you do, you know, gosh, I'm just still so distracted by all the yellow they put on this, because I did not expect that. I genuinely did not, which, very, very awesome. Really happy that they did that. Very happy that they did that. My bad. And going on to, you know, kind of some comparisons. Here she is next to our main man, the real, well, I'm not going to say the real Silver Surfer. She did phenomenally, but, you know, the cooler looking Silver Surfer, just because I'm only saying cooler just because I really do like the shine on this one more than hers. Hers is kind of like a, you know, more metallic, or not metallic, like matte silver, compared to, you know, our boy right here, which is actually kind of like a very, very smooth and super shiny silver. I wish they kind of would have put this on that and then the highlights of yellow, but that's just me personally. And this is the Walgreens exclusive one, so, which, very cool. And for those of you wondering, if you do have this and want to use a surfboard, his foot does fit on the peg, so that does mean you can put him on this, because, you know, his silver, or, whoops, his, you know, surfboard, a little too small to fit in there, so you do have to use this one for this base, but I mean, you know, it looks very, very cool nonetheless. And then going on to the other figures for this wave that I've reviewed, here we have the Invisible Woman, which still super surprised I like this figure as much as I do, just because, you know, I was kind of thinking, oh, it's just going to be a basic female figure like usual, but I was happily surprised. Here we have our daddy, Pedro Pascal, which really do like that one. This is still one of my favorite ones from this wave. I really do like that one. And then the number one figure from this wave, in my personal opinion, the Thing. I really do love this Thing figure. Very, very, very happy with it. Very cool. Definitely a little basic, but, you know, works super, super well. And then the final figure, which was my last review, here she is next to the Fantastic Four She-Hulk, which I just finished that review and posted it yesterday, so, well, as of the time of this video, I just posted it yesterday. And one thing not a huge fan of, the weight does kind of slip out of her hand a little easily, but, you know, that's kind of expected. But yeah, very good height difference between the both of them. I really do like that. But yeah, if you guys don't have a Silver Surfer in your collection, I do recommend getting this one. Very cool, like I mentioned, the shiny yellow bits, which I genuinely didn't even notice. Beautiful articulation, very smooth articulation too, by the way. And I don't know if that's just because of the plastic or something, but, you know, still a very cool figure. And I'm assuming you can probably put effects on her and stuff. I just do not have any laying around at the moment that would really work with her. But regardless, very cool figure. I do recommend it. And yeah, if you guys did like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will be getting to, you know, the torches fairly soon. I just picked those up yesterday. So we'll be getting to those as soon as I can. Just a little busy at the moment, but, you know, can't wait to open them up and, you know, see how they, you know, go with the rest of the characters. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.